I loved when Maxie finally stood up to Natalia and told her to back off. It was about time someone put Natalia in her place. Once Sonny hears the recording of Natalia, he definitely won't trust her again. I have a suspicion that Natalia might have mob connections. She's been awfully close to Sonny from the beginning and doesn't seem to have a job, so where is she getting her money from? Living at the Metro Court isn't cheap. It wouldn't surprise me if she's involved in something shady, and Blaze might be unaware of it. While I understand Ava's motivation, messing with Sonny's meds like she did with his son is crossing a dangerous line. Even though Valentin was involved, Ova kept quiet to gain an advantage as usual. I have a feeling Natalia might be spending Blaze's money on her brother's supposed music career, which doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Maxie is absolutely right. Their company doesn't need the negative publicity they just received. She's right to stand up for their brand. It's unfortunate that Ava's actions are going to hurt Blaze, but Blaze needs to take control of her life and assert herself professionally. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. However, I enjoyed how Trina skillfully navigated around Ava's questions yesterday. Jocelyn had spoken to her about Sonny, but not in great detail. As for Ova's plan to release the recording of Natalia, I'm not sure what she hopes to achieve. It doesn't impact Sonny's ability to parent Avery. If anything, exposing that Sonny isn't taking his full medication dose might backfire on Ava, as it could reveal her knowledge of the situation and her failure to act, potentially putting Avery at risk. Sonny being unaware of this may actually work in his favor in court, and Ava could end up losing custody anyway. I'm eagerly anticipating the continuation of these storylines, particularly Natalia's. Despite her apparent change in behavior since the recording, I still have reservations about trusting her fully. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, especially as a parent. It's understandable that not everyone agrees with Natalia's approach, and her character does bring a tough dynamic to the show. This week's focus on the Davis girls means more skip days for me. While I'm interested in seeing how Ava's storyline unfolds, the Davis family storyline isn't compelling enough for me to stay tuned. The dialogue could use some improvement to make the characters' lines more impactful and believable. On the other hand, I'm excited to see Maxie step into the role of boss lady. It'll be interesting to see how she handles the fallout from the magazine's expose, although I'm curious about how they got those pictures in the first place. I do wish the repercussions wouldn't extend to others like Blaze, Christina, and possibly TJ and Molly. I'm really curious about whose decision it was for Michael Easton to leave. Was it Frank's call? It often seems like the good actors get let go while others stick around. Deception stood by Sasha through some tough times. Addiction, public meltdowns, even a stabbing in time in a mental institution. They should show similar support for Blaze, who's now facing public scrutiny after being outed, and for Natalia, her manager and mother, who's been unfairly targeted by a tabloid smear campaign. However, the selective outrage among fans, and even some characters, is what really bothers me. Take Ava and Sonny, for example. Both have been involved in the mob, Sonny more prominently. Both have committed cold-blooded killings, again, Sonny more frequently. And both have even been involved romantically with their children's partners. Yet, somehow Ova is seen as the epitome of evil and unfit as a parent, while Sonny is often given a pass. They are both deeply flawed individuals who have done terrible things, and neither is inherently better as a parent than the other. It's time for people to stop pretending otherwise. Additionally, Ava's motives for moving in with Sonny seem complex and multifaceted. It wasn't solely about revenge or seizing control of Sonny's business, as there are too many long-standing family and criminal ties within and outside of Sonny's organization to overcome. Love also doesn't seem like the driving force, despite her desire for acceptance and someone to love her flaws. While acceptance into Sonny's inner circle could have been a motive, her actions isolating him suggest otherwise. The blackmail angle, claiming someone tried to kill her and Avery since moving in, appears dubious. While seeking full custody of Avery and revenge for Julian were potential motives, manipulating Sonny's medication dosage for revenge didn't materialize as planned. Her initial plan to alienate him and become his sole ally was thwarted, leading to her current strategy of undermining him by portraying him as mentally unstable and paranoid. Ava's character is complex and unpredictable, making it unclear what her endgame truly is. She has committed both truly evil acts, like those involving Alexis and Natalie, and shown genuine love and compassion, particularly with Trina. While many characters have done bad things, Ava's depth and evolution make her stand out from more one-dimensional villains like Peter August, Nell, and Ryan. Her recent turn towards darker actions seems fitting, suggesting her storyline may have a limited shelf life. Moreover, Ava's revenge scheme is set to wreak havoc on multiple fronts. Nina, although Nina doesn't own the paper, Valentin does. However, the fallout will still land on her as the face of deception. Christina was her sole ally, and quitting right before this incident could paint it as a reckless act rather than intentional payback. Alexis and others will hold her accountable for Christina's distress, adding to the pressure from Sonny, Willow, Drew, and others. Natalie. The repercussions for Natalie will be severe, damaging her relationship with her daughter and potentially her career. While Sonny may sympathize once he realizes she was set up, the damage will still be significant. Blaze. Ava's betrayal will devastate Blaze personally and professionally. Their relationship will suffer, and it could harm Blaze's standing in her field. Christina. Already emotionally vulnerable, Christina will face added stress from this incident. Molly and TJ will likely react strongly, compounding her turmoil. Deception team. Already struggling with Sasha's departure and new faces, the company will be further destabilized by the fallout from Ava's actions. Trina. Initially unaware, Trina has seen a different side of Ava, which may strain their relationship once the truth comes out. Ava's revenge isn't sparing anyone, and the repercussions will ripple through the lives of those involved, creating chaos and discord in their personal and professional spheres. On the other hand, the writers crafted a storyline where Jason's prolonged absence is portrayed as a sacrifice of nearly 3 years to keep Carly out of harm's way, reminiscent of their past actions covering up for Michael's actions. While some viewers see this as a testament to their deep bond, others, including myself, find it unsettling. Despite my admiration for Carly, this storyline raises questions for me. Understanding Jason's character, he is someone who will go to any lengths to protect his loved ones. He believes that as long as they are safe, sacrificing his own happiness is justified. He operates with a soldier's mindset, preferring to be out protecting rather than enjoying domesticity. This isn't about avoiding responsibility, but about fulfilling what he sees as his duty to safeguard those he cares about. It's frustrating that some viewers persist in portraying Jason's actions as solely motivated by Carly. In reality, he feels guilty for not being present when he should have been, regardless of who was involved. Originally told it would be a brief absence, Jason never expected it to stretch into 3 years due to unforeseen circumstances. It's disheartening that despite his explanations, many overlook these nuances and continue to criticize Carly unfairly. Jason's actions reflect his selfless nature and willingness to sacrifice for any loved one in need, not just Carly. His sense of responsibility extends to others like Sonny, Elizabeth, and Sam. He stepped in because he felt accountable for the situation, and would have done the same for anyone he cares about, driven by his deep-seated loyalty and protective instincts. It's crucial to consider these complexities and motivations rather than simplifying the narrative to one of favoritism or neglect. However, Can we please dial down the nitpicking and negativity? I've noticed a lot of unnecessary criticism about everything from children's clothing to people's hairstyles, and it's disheartening. This kind of hatred and immaturity among adults discussing a TV show is ridiculous. If someone asks a simple question or doesn't remember something from an episode, they shouldn't be bashed for it. We should try to focus on positive aspects of GH and appreciate what we enjoy about the show. Constant negativity doesn't benefit anyone. I know I can scroll past negative comments or leave the group, but there are also mature individuals who post thoughtful and positive content here. Let's encourage more of that and create a better atmosphere for everyone. This is just my opinion, and if you disagree, that's okay too. Let's aim for more constructive and respectful discussions about GH. Additionally, I'm frustrated with Frank V and Elizabeth Court's handling of the show lately. After watching yesterday's episode, which I haven't done in a while, I can confidently say it's the worst I've seen. The storylines are confusing and any drama that starts seems to fizzle out quickly. Sonny was recently portrayed as a major threat to the town, but now he's suddenly everyone's favorite mobster again. Meanwhile, Ova is painted as evil, even though Natalia has shown bigoted behavior and can be difficult. Their apparent favoritism towards certain characters and actors is hurting the show rather than helping it. It feels like there's a lack of accountability. If you're not performing well, you should be let go, but that doesn't seem to apply at GH or ABC. Whenever they tackle a bipolar storyline with MB, it seems they push the boundaries until MB is uncomfortable, then abruptly change direction. Perhaps the upcoming guest appearance will help wrap up some loose ends and steer the storyline in a better direction. Personally, I'm baffled by the handling of Sonny's storyline. They introduced the plot about his tampered meds, went through the motions of exploring it with Val and Ava, and then suddenly dropped it without resolution. It's frustrating and makes it hard to stay invested when storylines are abandoned midway with no closure. And don't get me started on Pikeman and Drew running for Congress. It feels far-fetched and unrealistic, especially considering Drew's complicated past. It's laughable to think a respected member of Congress would choose someone with his history as a legacy pick. Overall, I hope the show improves because right now, it's not delivering the engaging and coherent storytelling that fans deserve. Moreover, I'm relieved that Patrick has been let go, so that Court has to take responsibility for this poorly written show on her own. People can't just say, let's see what the new writers can do, because we've seen it, and it's not good. Court seems to be all over the place, struggling to keep characterizations and motivations consistent from week to week. One week, Blaze is telling Christina she wishes they could have a baby together, and the next week she's reminding her they've only been together briefly. One week, Sam is determined to help Jason for Danny's sake, but the next week she's asking Carly to help keep Jason away from Danny. One week, Carly is urging Sonny to reflect on himself before he loses everyone, and the next week he's back as the town's beloved mobster. One week, Carly is flirting with Kate's, and then a few weeks later she's flirting with Brennan. It feels like they're trying to stumble into pairings that the audience might accept without providing clear motivations or reasons behind them. The writing lacks coherence, and it's starting to affect the actors as well, because they probably have no idea where their characters are headed. They play them chaotically to accommodate shifts in direction each week, likely because they're aware of the confusion. What's even worse is that Court seems aware of the criticism. She or her team are apparently monitoring discussion boards on Reddit, Soaps, and Facebook, because some characters seem to be parroting responses to the criticisms they read there. It's disappointing to see characters used to defend the story instead of focusing on writing a coherent and engaging narrative. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.